What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtel, Prechtel Elevate Performance, coming at you live. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. As people start to tune in, let me know. Just throw some emojis in the chat, some fire emojis. Let me know that you're here. Tell me how you guys' days are going. Tell me how your days are going. So, today, we're going to be talking about something. It's going to be the concept of shiny object syndrome. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this or not. I've heard of it before, but not necessarily when it's been applied to fitness and nutrition and your journey and how it could be applied to you, and whether or not you might be somebody who has this and goes through this and does this sort of thing. And if you feel like you are, let me know. Tell me as I'm going through and talking about this. Let me know if these things kind of apply to you. Alex says he loves shiny objects. I do too. They're pretty nice, huh? So we're gonna talk about this. It's an interesting concept, and I think a lot of people go through this when it comes to their fitness journeys, when it comes to their weight loss journeys, when it comes to a lot of things. I think we're all a little guilty of it with respect to, the next big thing, or like, oh my gosh, like, did you hear about the new phone that's coming out, or did you hear about the new rocket ship they developed, or did you hear about the new diet that they came out with, or the new workout program that exists, or the new supplement that helps you get this result without having to do whatever amount of work or something like that. And so this concept of shiny object syndrome basically is just like being guilty of going from one thing to the next without really ever giving the first thing a chance, because you think that the other thing that's new and shiny, it attracts you, and so it pulls you away from what you're doing and you start doing something else, and then but then the new thing comes out, so then you start doing that. And so because of that, this concept of going from one thing to the next happens to a lot of people when it comes to their fitness journeys, and when it comes to their nutrition, and when it comes to their diets. And so if this is you, let me know. Raise your hand in the chat, or throw some emojis, or say me. Have you ever started a diet, or started a nutrition plan, or started working out, like you go to the gym and then you're like, oh, well, shit, I want to do, instead of strength training or Zumba, now I want to do yoga, or now I want to do Pilates, or now I want to do strength training. No, wait, now I want to power lift. Or when it comes to your nutrition, were you doing like, I was trying Atkins, but then, oh shit, like I saw that there's this new keto thing out, and oh shit, but then there's paleo. Oh wait, no, but I was doing paleo, but now there's this new thing called intermittent fasting, and now I'm doing this, and now, oh wait, no, I'm not doing intermittent fasting now. Now I'm doing flexible dieting, but instead of flexible dieting, now I'm doing, you get where I'm coming at here, right? Like, so like you're going from one thing to the next without ever truly committing to the diet or workout or whatever that you were doing before that, right? So a lot of people struggle with this. A lot of people do this, and they might not even notice that they're doing it. I am kind of this way with tech stuff. Like I think like the next big thing, I think it's cool. It's like, oh, like this thing's cool. Like I want to try that. Or like you get pulled in by like headlines from the news where it's like, oh shit, you just hear that they came out with this new rocket ship that just like it's the next big thing. Like this is going to change the world. Like that's what people do a lot of times when it comes to their diets. All right. Like you're like, like so-and-so did keto. Like, man, that's the next big thing. Screw protein, like, we don't need that. Like the next big thing is going to be like you hear they came out with these pills that you can just like eat, and then you don't have to eat for the rest of the day, like that kind of thing. And so there's always this next big thing that people are constantly chasing after, and it's the whole shiny object. It's like, oh, that's pretty, like I like that, I'm gonna chase after that shit. So that's kind of this concept. And so this happens to people all the time with their fitness journeys, like I kind of laid out. And why does this happen? Well, it's kind of this like lack of structure. It's this mindless, almost impulsive, like jumping from one thing to the next, assuming that this next big thing is going to be the solution to your problems, right? It's like we're searching for this problem, but the thing is that we don't ever give that original thing enough time to actually work the way that it's supposed to work. And so the problem there is that you don't ever actually hit your goals. You don't give those things, those original things, a chance to work, and you end up screwing yourself in the long run because your lack of like adherence and lack of patience. I see some people saying like, this is totally a thing, psychology. Yeah, it absolutely is. Like people do this shit all the time. Not just with fitness stuff either, like with tech, with like cars, with like a variety of things. Like people just, it's an impulsive thing that people struggle with. Entrepreneurs do it all the time too. Like entrepreneurs, like there's prime examples of shiny object syndrome and a lot of things with like businesses and stuff. Like fuck, like there was this one like GoPro, we're just like, shit, we're doing drones now. And they went and started pursuing drones and it flopped horribly. Same thing happens with people with their diets. They're just like, oh shit, like I'm gonna go after, I'm doing keto, and then it flop, and then they flop at it, and because they didn't commit to it, or like flexible dieting or whatever it may be. And so it comes down to a lot of like a lack of adherence and a lack of patience. And so it's really common with these fad diets. It's really common with these fad diets. And so a lot of that also stems from this. It's basically like you're diet hopping. You're just like that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. And so a lot of this too comes with like the hype, this fear of missing out, this fear of like, oh shit, if I don't jump on that, somebody else is going to do it, and I don't, like, if they're succeeding at it, like shit, I want to succeed too. And it's almost like a trap in a lot of ways too. Like it's a trap. Like a not like an actual like trap, but like almost like a with some of these fad diets, it is almost like a trap. Like you're jumping from thing to thing, and you're hurting yourself in the long run. And so and you never actually move anywhere because you're constantly spinning your wheels. You never commit to something long enough to actually see the results that you want to get. And so how do you fix this? Right? I just talked a bunch of shit about people that are doing this. And so, and I, I'll openly admit that I do it myself with some things. So how do we fix this? Well, educating ourselves, right? So like educating ourselves on these topics that we want to be good at, that we want to excel in. We have to make education a priority, right? At least in some capacity, in terms of getting our info from reliable sources, in terms of looking into it a little bit more than just surface value, right? Like not reading just the headline, not just seeing so-and-so lost 20 pounds on keto and now they're happier than they've ever been. Like, yeah, okay, that's the headline, but did you really read into it and look into it and get the information that you need out of it, so that way you're actually going to be able to commit to it and to see what all is involved? I have people, like when carnivore diet was huge for like last year was a trend. I had people messaging me, they're like, what are your thoughts on carnivore? Like, is it the next big thing? Like, should I do it? And I'm like, you can try it, but did you know that if you only eat meat for like months on end, you're probably going to get a shit ton of hemorrhoids, so you should probably take a fiber supplement. And so, and they're like, oh shit, no, that sounds terrible. And did you know that it's probably going to mess with your gut microbiome a little bit too, because you're not getting adequate, like you're not supplementing your gut microbes with the proper food that they might need, like fiber and things like that. And they're like, oh no, I didn't. And so you're probably going to have to take a supplemental for gut microbiome, like a probiotic. That's what I was trying to think of. And so they're like, oh no. And it's like, that's going to cost you probably like, $20-$30 a month kind of thing. Right. And it's like, oh shit, this thing that I wanted to do that was nice and shiny and looked like a lot of fun and looked cool. Damn, like that doesn't actually sound like that much fun now that I know what it's about. Right. And so you have to be careful with these things. You need to read up on them and get your information from a reliable source. Hi, I'll do that for some of these things for you guys. And so yeah, so you also got to think, like, not only educating yourselves, but like think, can I do this fad diet like forever? Can I do this for the rest of my life? Can I do this forever to maintain my results? Because if the answer is no, if you can't see yourself doing this diet for the rest of your life, then you're probably not going to be able to keep those results that you got for the rest of your life, right? You're not going to be able to maintain what you've gained, what you've been able to accomplish, right? And so like sustainability is a huge factor in this whole shiny object syndrome in terms of trying to like think ahead in terms of like trying to figure out what's going to work for you or not. And so you got to think like long term, and that's the issue with this shiny object syndrome, is that there's that disconnect between focusing on consistency and being diligent and being patient and playing the long game rather than the hopping from short game to short game to short game that never actually gets you anywhere. And so does this actually sound like something that that's real? Does it sound too good to be true? Like there's skepticism and like conspiracy theory kind of like skepticism, but then there's healthy skepticism. There's that kind of goes hand in hand with the whole looking past just surface area like headlines, like digging a little deeper, but not so deep that you're wearing like a tinfoil hat kind of thing, right? So is it too good to be true? So these are things that you guys need to be thinking about. These are things that you need to like start to notice about yourself and be mindful of when you're trying to figure out something that's real. And I'm not talking shit on any specific diet in particular or any specific nutrition plan in particular, because something works for everybody. And some of those, more, crazy, extreme fad diets, so some of those work for some people. Some of those work for some people and it fits their lifestyle, but those people are far and few between. And so you have to figure out what works for you, and you have to figure out what's going to work for you long term. And so, identifying whether or not you're one of those people that struggles with this shiny object syndrome when it comes to their, fitness journey and when it comes to their nutrition, that's important to recognize, because if you're, hopping from thing to thing and you're never giving the first or second or third or fourth or fifth thing a chance to work, you're going to have a hard time actually getting anywhere, because you're just going to be constantly spinning your wheels. It's like, I don't have to really put it in I guess into perspective or visually, but that's the idea behind this whole shiny object syndrome when it comes to your fitness goals. Like, you got to have patience, guys. You got to go for long-term results, because otherwise your short-term results, that's all they're going to be, is short-term. You're going to shortcut yourself, and you're going to be wasting a lot of time. You're probably going to waste a lot of money. You're probably going to waste a lot of stuff when you could have just done it the right way the first time rather than the wrong way 30 times. But sometimes people have to go through that. Let's be realistic. Like, sometimes people have to fuck up a lot of times before they actually get it right the first time. And I'm just trying to make sure that, you fuck up less, the least amount of times as possible before you get to where you need to be for long-term sustainable results. So that's my life for today, guys. Shiny object syndrome. Are you somebody who does that? Are you somebody who's going through that right now? Let me know, because I want to know, and the first step to like fixing it is to, be mindful and acknowledge that the problem is there in the first place. So, if you're somebody that's dealing with that and you want some help, just let me know, send me a message, and I'd be glad to chat with you about some stuff or like to kind of work through things to see if, what you're doing isn't working and why it might not be working. But, other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. Reminder, I am doing a 4-day challenge. It is starting this Monday. The last time to apply will be noon on Sunday, and that's even kind of cutting a little bit close. We're already at about 30 people right now. I'm pretty fucking stoked for it. It's going to be a good ass time. There are still some spots available, so if you were interested in it, let me know. Send me a message. I'll send you the application link. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a great fucking Friday, and I'm going to go enjoy mine. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you're watching this later time, #replay. If you know anybody who you think might be dealing with shiny object syndrome themselves when it comes to their fitness and nutrition journey, send them this video, tag them in it if you want to call them out, I guess. That's okay too. But other than that, let me know what your guys' #1 takeaway was. I appreciate the hell out of you, and I'll talk to you guys later.